Hi, it's Tiffany Jenkins with the Bloomery out of Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and you're probably like me and getting ready to start a bunch of seeds for your spring garden. So let's talk about easy ways to get those seeds started. So you really don't need a whole lot to start seeds, but there are some basics that you're going to want to keep in mind. First of all, you're going to need a good seed starter potting mix. So we like to use the Coast of Maine Sprout Island seed starter mix because it has compost and things already in it to get the seeds going really well. And then you're going to need some trays, and we're going to talk about the different options that you have for that, or peat pots, those kinds of things. So let me go through each type of tray or pot and tell you about some options that you have. So some options that you have are these peat pots, there's peat trays and peat pellets that are all great for starting your seeds in. You fill them with soil, the pots and the trays, and because they're compostable, you can actually cut these apart or plant these straight into the ground. They're going to deteriorate over time, and you're not disturbing those roots when you transplant them. With the peat pellet, you actually expand it in water and you can plant your seed straight into that pellet. So this will rise quite a bit and is good for planting. Another option that you have are these great reusable trays. I actually found this one at Tractor Supply, and it's a Burpee product, and they are silicone trays. This tray has no drain holes, and this one will soak up the water from the bottom. So that's a great option if you are wanting to reuse your trays. Here I have some plastic trays that we use at the greenhouse. I actually buy the ones sometimes that don't have drain holes, and I just poke holes in the ones that don't and use them also for bottom watering. And lots of times there's a big talk about using plastic and being greener. So consider that and be sure that you're saving these trays and pots and using them again. All you have to do is sanitize them. We recommend sanitizing everything before you plant it. We do here, we sanitize our pots, our trays, whether they're new, and especially if they've been used. So be sure to sanitize and then just reuse this stuff again year after year. Save it, put it up, and use it again. So one popular method right now is soil blocking, and that's a great way to start your seeds also. And I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. So in order to do that, you're going to need a tray with your soil in it, and that soil needs to be moist, not sopping wet, but moist. You're going to need a tray for bottom watering. So I've got my tray here with about 1 inch of water in it, and then I've got a tray with drain holes. And I'm going to go on and set that tray in there, the empty tray with the holes, into the tray with water. And I've got a soil blocking tool here, and it's really simple to use. You actually just pull it up and down, and it will pull the soil up and compress it and then release it. So let me show you how it works. So I've got my soil here, and I'm going to push it down in there really good, get it full of soil, and then I'm going to pull up and down and compress that soil, and then pull up and pick up the soil, move it straight over to my tray, and release. And I've got these nice blocks here that already have an indentation in them to put my seed in, and so I can pot these up, plant them up, and then when I'm ready to transplant them to the garden, I can just pick up that soil cube very carefully and plant it straight into the ground. So there's no pot going into the ground, there's no plastic pots that I'm growing in. So it's made these nice little cubes here, and it actually has the indentation to put my seed in straight into the soil, and I can take that cube, put it straight into the ground. And this is just a greener way to start seeds where you're not having all those plastic pots, and it's simple and easy to do. Just a couple more things that you're going to want to be mindful of. If you are starting some seeds that need higher temperatures to germinate, you might need to use a heat mat like peppers or tomatoes. Also, be aware of your soil temperature. When you are seeding, don't plant your seeds into cold soil. Let that soil warm up before you plant it. Even if it's just sitting on your kitchen counter warming up, don't plant into cold soil. Also, be aware of the water temperature. When you water, make sure that you're using room temperature or warmer water, not hot, but not cold. These are just some easy things to get you started, and I can't wait to see all of your gardens and follow along with us as we take you on the journey for our own garden and our seed starting adventures.